Genetics. Genetics is the science that deals with the study of hereditary characteristics, that is genes, and the transmission of genes from parents to offspring and from generation to generation. In this study, we are going to investigate why an offspring is able to behave and look like the parents. The main author in this study was Gregor Mendel, an Austrian monk. Some definitions. The genes are the unit of heredity that control the characteristics of an organism. Hence, a gene is a basic unit of inheritance for a given characteristic. An allele is an alternative form of a gene responsible for determining contrasting characteristics. The locus is the position of an allele within a DNA molecule or on a chromosome. Hybrid is an offspring produced by breeding two purlines. A gamete is a reproductive cell or sexual cell formed by meiosis. It has half the number of chromosomes of the species, that is, the haploid number. Example, sperm cells and egg cells. Haploid. This is a condition in which an organism or cell has one set or half the number of chromosomes. It is usually represented by the letter N. A cell, example sex cell, which contains half the number of chromosomes as the parent cell, is said to be haploid. Examples of haploid organisms or cells include sperm cell, egg cell, spores, and organisms like drones of honeybees and aphids. Diploid. This is the condition in which an organism contains a full or complete number of chromosomes. This condition is usually represented by the symbol 2N, where N indicates one set of chromosomes in the cell or organism. Most animal cells like nerves, muscles, and zygotes are all diploid. Zygote. This is a diploid cell formed by the fusion of the haploid male gametes and the haploid female gametes. In humans, it has a total of 46 chromosomes that exist in 23 pairs. Homozygous. It is a diploid condition where both genes, that is alleles, responsible for a contrasting character are identical. Heterozygous. An individual is said to be heterozygous if the two members of its alleles are not identical. Dominant character. This is the character that produces its effects even in the presence of the contrasting character. Recessive character. It is the character that does not produce its effects in the presence of the dominant character. Genotype is a term used to describe an individual on the basis of its specific composition or constitution of alleles. Phenotype. This is a term used to describe an individual on the basis of its expressed character. Linkage. This is the existence of two or more gene loci on the same chromosome. Filial generation. It is the generation of offspring. That is, the first set of offspring will constitute the first filial generation. The F1 generation is a set of offspring produced by crossing two parents, while the F2 generation is produced by crossing two F1 organisms. Pew line. If offspring are self-fertilized or cross among themselves, another generation of identical organisms are produced. Mutation. It is a sudden change in the shape or structure of the DNA of an organism. It can occur spontaneously or can be induced artificially by mutagenic agents. Two types of mutations are gene mutation and chromosomal mutation.